So my name is Christophe, and I'm very pleased to be here today in front of such a large audience in my favorite city in Europe. So again, thank you, Tanya, for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to share today with you, there's one trend out of the 5 that Obi was highlighting before that I'm really passionate about. And if you could switch to the computer, that would be useful. Which is video, right? I'm really passionate about video, and I'm here today to talk about how we power the video phenomenon. I'm going to share with you some very interesting number, and then also some insights, what people are watching on the platform, and then finish with a couple of demonstrations. So 5 years ago, it's only been 5 years ago, just over 5 years ago, Steve and Chad wanted to solve a very simple problem. How can I share videos with my friends in a very simple way? And on Valentine's Day 2005, they registered the domain name youtube.com. At the core of YouTube were 2 things, video and community. And it's still very much the case today. So what we've seen so far is an amazing growth, right? Obi mentioned the number. We went from 0 to 2 billion views a day. That's a staggering number. Another very interesting number is the engagement from your community and the content that I upload on the platform. So today, every minute, on average, we get 24 hours of content uploaded on the platform. So to give you another example, this is like having 1,700 years of video on the platform. It's more in 60 days than what the 3 major broadcasters in the US have aired on TV. So again, a very, very astounding number. Another interesting number is the number of visitors. We have over 500 million unique visitors a month coming to the platform, and this number is growing. Today, 70% of that traffic is coming from outside the US, so YouTube is truly a global platform. That being said, we are, as of today, localized in 24 countries, right? But literally, people from everywhere in the globe are using YouTube, and I hope you do too. So who are these people, and what are they watching? Well, it's you and me, right? It's 55-45 split between male and female. 50% of the users on the platform are less than 35, and 50%, above 35. So it's literally everybody. What are they doing? What are they watching? I mean, again, as I said before, community and video and community are the core of everything we do, and it's amazing to see the ability of the platform to reach out to people that are able to share things around common interests and that throughout the globe. So today we go from the proud parents uploading videos from their child to the politicians wanting to reach out to the masses. We know like the White House has a channel, Obama is speaking to YouTubers, the Pope is speaking to YouTubers through the Vatican channel. We have leaders of opinions everywhere. We also have major media coming in, and of course advertisers. And Suveer will talk to this a bit more later this afternoon. What's interesting is there's no prime time anymore. Prime time is disappearing. People are watching content, and there's several interesting trends as to how they watch the content. So it's throughout the day, There's no prime time anymore. And where are they watching it? Well, on every sort of platform. We talked about mobile. There's obviously tablets, PC, and of course, TV, right? So just a few words on mobile. The growth of the viewing on mobile has been staggering. It grew over 180% year over year from 2009 to 2010. And today, we have 160 million views every day on mobile. And this is thanks to the explosion, really, of the smartphones. And we'll talk a bit more this afternoon about Android as an example. So, again, community is a key element of it. And it's one of the 5 trends that Hobie highlighted before. So, what's interesting is to see not only that there's a change in how the content is consumed on the platform, but also how they consume it, right? So how many times have you received a link with like, hey, I recommend you watch this because it's really funny or it's really interesting. I mean, we see more and more of that, right? So at YouTube, we're investing enormously on social features, right? So for instance, there's a feature that lets you automatically share everything you do on the platform. You know, if you like a video, if you rate a video, if you comment on the video, automatically share it with your friends on Facebook or any other social networking through a simple API. So again, the social media component is very, very important. And that's also why the YouTube audience is very, very engaged. I mean, you saw the example of YouTube. Advertisers are now tapping into this opportunity. And again, we'll talk a bit more about this later. What we're also seeing now is, you know, major media moving into this space and wanting to tap into this opportunity. So I just highlighted here a few examples of the partners that are now using YouTube and distributing the content on the platform. So we have the BBC, we have, you know, Channel 4, Channel 5, you know, CNN, ESPN, Disney. They all are coming to the platform because they see a tremendous benefit in having multiple platforms, not just the TV, not just their own website, but also YouTube to reach out to the audience that we have. In Czech Republic, we are seeing an active base and it's growing, and I want to see this base growing even faster. So I'm here all day. If you have, you know, any interest in participating in this, you know, please come and talk to me. I just want to spend some time quickly going through the value proposition for our partners, because that's what I focus on. And really, there's an easy way to summarize this into the 4 R's: reach, research, rights, and revenue. So I'll start by talking about reach. YouTube is like a department store, right? An established department store with like people coming in already. And what we give to the partner, to the content owner, is the opportunity to tap into this audience by creating its own corner store. So basically, you create a channel, and there you go. You're talking to the 500 million people that are coming every month to the platform, and you engage with them. You know, you create your own fan base, and you interact with them. The second point that is important is research. We've developed a tool that's called YouTube Insights, and that lets you track and gather information about how your content is consumed on the platform. Where are people watching your videos? Are they coming from this country, that country? What is the content that is the most successful? And to give you an example, we've done something quite interesting this year with the Indian Premier League. And it's about cricket, right? So, you know, cricket is not necessarily very famous here, but the Indian Premier League was really surprised to see so much traction coming from certain countries, like in Europe, but also in Canada and Australia. So, again, broadcasting to the world and having a tool that gives you the ability to track where the viewership is coming from is very, very useful. Now, there's an interesting third R I want to spend some time on, which is the rights. We are taking content protection very, very seriously. We invested over the past 3 years in a technology called Content ID. And what Content ID allows you to do is really to fingerprint the content as soon as it's uploaded on the platform. It's fingerprinting the content, and whenever there's a similar content or matching content being uploaded on the platform, say by a user and everything, it actually matches it and gives you the opportunity, you as the content owner, to decide what you want to do with this content. So there's 3 things you can do. You can simply block it, which we don't recommend. You can leave it on the platform, and you can track. That gives you the ability to tap into the research, right? You will see where people are coming from. You will see what people like about your content. You can start creating your own fan base and then expand your community on the platform. And the third one, which is really interesting, it's the segue into the last R, which is revenue. We give you the opportunity as a content owner to monetize it, right? So we have invested over the past few years in various different ad formats, and innovative ones as well, which are coming and quite interesting, so that now today you can have your traditional, display advertising running on a platform, but also on the watch pages where people are actually watching and consuming the content. We are launching some new innovative advertising formats. So, for instance, you have overlay that appear, just over your video, but also pre-roll, mid-roll, and post-roll. And this is just the beginning. We really announced this and launched this in certain markets earlier this year, and we're hoping to do a lot more with this going forward. As a result, we have today, as I said, over 10,000 partners using the platform. And we're looking to grow this and grow this in many countries throughout the world. One of the latest trends, which I wanted to highlight here, is what's happening in the UK. We have two major broadcasters, Channel 4 and Channel 5, that are seeing the benefit of the platform and decided to put their content a couple hours after it's aired on TV on the platform. So it goes on TV, and at a couple hours later, it goes at the same time on their website and on YouTube. And what I've seen is that it basically multiplies the opportunity to reach out to new audiences with no cannibalization. So again, it's incremental reach, but also incremental revenue for them. So I encourage you to go on the platform. You won't be able to see the content because it's geo-blocked because of rights issues, but at least you'll see you get an idea as to what the channels could look like. What I wanted to show now is, and I'll just switch quickly, is something that we launched earlier this summer, really. That's an initiative that was sponsored by our marketing team, which is quite unique and historic, right? What we're doing here is we're giving the YouTubers the opportunity to, during one day, and that was at the end of July, and on 24th of July, the opportunity to take the camera, film one glimpse of their life. Just film, whatever they feel is important to them, upload it to the platform, and then we'll have like major directors and producers like Ridley Scott actually edit and produce a movie based on these submissions. And guess what? We had over 80,000 submissions, a tremendous success, and we're very, very pleased with that. So the end result will actually be published during the Sundance Festival in the US earlier next year. But just to give you a sense of like the innovative ways and the constant innovation that we're trying to do here and connect with the platform. I want to finish with this video.
Stronger, wiser, and grateful to have reached a brighter day.
So what basically this is about is summarizing what I said before. The content fits in your pocket. You take it wherever you go. You consume it on whichever platform you want, and you watch it whenever you want, really. And that's really what YouTube is about. Now, I want to finish off before we go into a few demos with like a summary. Our aim here is really to enable people to create, share, and discover, the world through video content, right? And video evolves really, really fast. And our job is to evolve even faster and continue to innovate and iterate with new technologies. And with that, I want to leave the place to Suveer, who's going to show you a few demos. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Christophe. Hi, everyone. Thanks a lot for coming. So I've got 5 minutes now, and I'm going to be back after the break, but I've got 5 minutes to show you some demos of some really great things that are coming on YouTube very soon. So what's coming next? What are our product guys working on? And everything we do at YouTube is really about making it a better user experience for you. So the first thing I want to show you is, actually I have a little story about it. I travel a lot for my job, and one of the things I find really frustrating is being in a hotel room somewhere in the middle of a country where I don't understand the language, turning on the TV, maybe watching something like Czech's Got Talent, and not really understanding what someone like Lucia Bila is saying. And this is one of the biggest sort of frustrations for me when I'm traveling. But at YouTube, we're working on getting rid of this problem. So some of the products we're working on are automatic translation of captions, and I'm going to show you how that works right now on the site. So this is a video for deaf people, actually. And what you can see is, as I play this, below you can see the captions in English.
From California School for the Deaf
and automatically translated there into Czech.
Deaf students who rely on captioning 24/7.
So this is amazing technology. It's getting better and better as we go along. Already today you can add captions yourself to your videos and it will be translated into any one of 40 languages. And in addition to that, we're also working on technology that will understand exactly what people are saying in the video and automatically create captions for you. So the whole problem of not understanding what's going on is going to disappear in the next 3 or 4 years. And I think that's really an amazing thing, because what it means is that content from anywhere in the world will be able to be watched by anyone in the world. And I think that's really exciting. So, we've talked a little bit about translation. Now let's talk about interaction. Content has always been very static, and what we want to do is basically make it a little bit more interactive. The power of the internet means you can actually make your own story online. And one of the best people who've done this is actually the UK government. In the UK, we have a real problem with knife crime. So children with knives, carrying knives around, and crime in that area. So they decided to start a campaign, which I'll show you now. And it's called Choosing a Different Ending.
They're not going to get away with it. You all right, mate? How's it going? You all right? Yeah. They shank short. What do they think's going to happen? Come on, mate. It's going to go up tonight, big time.
Okay, so what should we do? I can't hear anything, so I'm going to go for take the knife. And of course, if you take the knife, it takes you down a different story, and it has a different ending. And this campaign was actually given a Cannes Lion Award for being one of the most creative campaigns online. And it just shows you that you can use the power of interactivity to make content very different to how it's always been. Okay, so we've talked about translation and interaction. And now I'm just going to end with, what other areas that we're innovating in. So, oh, I'm sorry. So we've always prided ourselves on being able to do the first. So we've shown a movie on YouTube, premiered a movie, we've done HD content. We actually now have a type of HD on YouTube which is only visible on cinema screens. So we're really trying to innovate there as well. And we're even testing 3D on YouTube. So if you have any 3D glasses at home, you can take them out and try it out on YouTube. But it's not just about the quality of the content that we deliver, it's also about exploring that content in an exciting way. So how many people in the audience, if you could put your hands up, have used YouTube to listen to music? Right. Okay, wow, excellent. So most people in the audience have used it to listen to music. How many of you have seen YouTube Disco? So YouTube Disco is, you can just go to youtube.com/disco, and it's a way of creating your own personal jukebox. So you pick an artist that you like. So in this case, let's pick Michael Jackson, and you press disco, and YouTube will create an automatic playlist for you with songs that you might like. Okay, and you can watch these videos, and you can see all the next videos that are lined up underneath. So Billie Jean, Hit the Road Jack, all coming up based on Michael Jackson, people that listen to Michael Jackson and the kind of other music that they listen to as well. So it's your free 40-song Michael Jackson mix right here. And so that's the first thing I wanted to show you, a jukebox for the internet generation. The last demo I'm going to show you before I jump off stage is something that we've created for people to watch YouTube on big screens. So Christophe and Obi have both talked about mobile and how important that's become, laptops, desktops, but But actually what we think is, you know, people want to watch YouTube wherever they are. So we've created something called YouTube Lean Back, which is an interface to watch YouTube when you're leaning back on your sofa and you just have a remote control. Maybe you don't even have a keyboard. So you can see here, if I just press the down key, I can play videos full screen, and if I hit down again, you can see the next set of videos that I'm going to have lined up for me to watch, and I can even go in and pick, maybe I want to watch some comedy videos, so I can pick comedy and watch more comedy videos. So this is a really simple interface to access YouTube from a big screen, and it just shows that, first of all, content is the most important thing, but we want to make sure that we deliver it to users in the best way possible. Thanks a lot.